What's going on, everybody? This is Bill Bailey with today's Boondoggle. And I'm patching in and talking to some friends up north in Montreal, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
My new friends Sarah and Liz of the band NOBRO.
Hey,
How you
hi.
ladies doing?
Great. Just actually having some tea and pretty chill.
Nice.
Yeah, we just came back from a tour, so right now we're just
Yeah.
enjoying the smooth life.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it was good to be able to get out, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Outside.
great.
Let loose. Very therapeutic.
Oh man, yes, we needed it. We needed this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that stuff. But usually when I have somebody on for the first time, I like to get a little bit of a background
Sure.
onto them. So, like, originally, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh my God. I think that for like when I was really young, I always wanted to be a musician, actually, which is I don't know, kind of unexpected from like a 6-year-old, but I don't know. I really liked it, and I never had a plan B, so that was it for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I've always played music, and I don't know, no other just career, just music, always music. I've played so many instruments, and now in NOBRO I still play many instruments, and it's really awesome to be able to do it.
Nice. So, like, do you remember like the age that you first like discovered music, and what was it that got you like that clicked in your head that you're like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, my parents made me try a piano, and I kind of hated it because I don't know, because it was kind of boring to me. But I don't hate piano, And then my brother got a guitar. I sneaked into his room a couple times, and I always playing the guitar. But it's when I hit drums for the first time that I was like, holy, that's crazy.
What a feeling.
Yeah. And I was 10 years old, and that's when I knew that's what I was going to do for like ever. And yeah, that was for me like the turning point when I just hit the drums for the first time.
Yeah, I think for me, when I played the percussions for the first time, because I played piano, I played guitar, I played 5 years of classical trumpet in the high school. And then when I started just jamming with the percussions, I was like, oh shit, that's an amazing feeling. I love it. And I don't know, the feeling is still the same when I hit the bongos. It's so amazing.
Nice. And then like, so you mentioned like some of the instruments you played in school, but did you guys have any like previous bands that you started like with your friends in high school and stuff? Or
that's funny that you say that, because we just posted something on our socials like a couple minutes ago, and it's me playing with my band in 2006, and we're doing a Papa Roach cover song.
Nice.
And yes, I had like many. I had like 2 main bands when I was in high school, and that's where I started to just like play like Nirvana and Papa Roach.
You were good.
No, I
gotta say, you have to go look at this video. She's really, really good. It's impressive.
Yeah, so that's I remember every Saturday between noon and 4, I had the drums at my parents' place. So my parents would just leave, and my friends would come in, and would just jam as much as we can from noon to 4, and that was. And then you just go on with the week, and you just like wait for the next Saturday. Yeah, that was pretty much it for me.
Yeah, for me, the first band was a ska band. Back in the days, I was really into ska music. It was called Maximum Chameau. Wow, what a time.
Yeah, I actually went to see one of their shows before we even met.
Yeah,
and we didn't know each other, and we had no idea. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good band. Oh, yeah, that slaps. And she wasn't there. And I realized that years and years after. And that's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah, I like to always hear about the names of the bands, too, because you come up with some of the things that we think are the coolest in high school. And then you go back and like,
Mine they're all terrible. It's all terrible names. They're mostly in French, but oh my God, it's
awful.
It's awful.
Yeah. They don't really translate, though. I wish we could talk about that, but they don't really translate because they're like a kind of puns, genre des jeux de mots.
Yeah.
And so it's just it was just bad. Let's say that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then like what attracted you to the type of music that you guys play today, like to get involved with the local music scene and stuff?
What? Sorry, I didn't get that.
What attracted you to the like playing the scene that you play now, like locally?
Well, we've always been into rock and roll music,
Yeah.
especially you.
Yeah. I started like we would just play like Nirvana songs and everything like that. That was just a bit after the Papa Roach phase, and that's when I really got into like discovering music and everything, and I've always been in the rock scene, I guess. I dipped my toes in ska too, and I came back real fast. Not real fast, actually. No, I enjoyed it a lot. But I don't know. And then we just met Catherine, and she really got me into like older rock and roll and stuff like that. And then we knew each other. So Catherine was like, "Oh, well, she plays bongo. She should like join the band." And I was like, "What? Why? What?" I was like, "For sure, for sure." But then it was like the best decision ever. And I don't know. We got into these
old 70s music like T-Rex and stuff like that, and I was like, oh shit, okay, percussions into rock and roll music is actually really cool.
Yeah, and that's how it went.
So that's like the beginning of NOBRO then, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then like what's been the journey like since you guys now, since that day when you all got together and started? What's that been like for you?
It's been great. Well, like as you probably know, we had some amazing tours, amazing opportunities, and people really dig what we do. So it just like goes really fast sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, okay, we're on tour with Billy Talent and then Pup and whatever, and for like 4 months you just don't do anything related to the band, and then it just go. And I don't know, it's really nice, and you just have to be ready for anything, which we are. And I don't know.
And the reaction of the public is always so incredible. They're like, oh my god, you girls like shred so much. It's because we really give a show. Like we give it all. Often it's only 25 minutes of show, but at the end we're sweaty. It's like we really are beasts.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Yeah.
And speaking of band names, like what inspired the name NOBRO?
Well, NOBRO actually started way before we joined the band. So it was Catherine was trying to make like a statement on the scene in Montreal. That was 2014, I think, and she wanted to just bring women on stage to shred because.
She wanted to show that women can also really shred.
Yeah, and like now we know that here on the scene in Montreal, but like 8 years ago it was a total different vibe, and we would get, you know how it can be. I mean, I guess but so she wanted to just have women on stage with her, and guys kept on going to her and were like, "Oh man, I can play in your band. It would be so cool." And she kept saying, "No, bro, I'm good." So that kind of stuck with her, and that became the name of the band. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, like, have you guys heard any stories from any young, female-fronted bands in the area that you've inspired that have been like, "Hey, you guys are the reasons why we're doing this now. Thank you."
Yes.
Yeah, actually, more and more we hear stories like that, and it's amazing. We played a show like 2 weeks ago. We were in New York City, and a girl comes to us, and she's like a teacher, and she teaches like to young girls, and she just like she talks about us, and she plays music for the girls, and it really like inspires the whole class, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna wear your shirt and I'm gonna tell the girls how amazing you are, and
we
how they can do anything.
Yeah, and we were all super emotional at the merch table, just like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And she left like with like a tear in her eye, but like so pumped. But that's we get that kind of often now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
What a feeling.
Yeah, no, I'm moved by hearing that too, because I mean, I'm a father of 2 daughters, and I'd like always try and encourage them to go after everything, and don't let any like, you know, cultural walls or whatever stop you from going after your goals and stuff. So I love hearing these stories.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you too about your relationship with Dine Alone Records. How'd that come to be, and what's that all about? And the name's kind of, you know, has my curiosity.
Well, I actually don't know where the name came from, but it's
No,
Joel is the head of Dine Alone, and they've been really great to us. It gave us like a good push and a team to surround and support what we want to do. And because I have to say we're kind of pretty bad at like scheduling stuff and posting and
Oh my
everything,
God,
and they
yes.
just like take what we do, they like put it in a nice package and they send it to the world,
Yeah.
and that's amazing.
Yeah, we're good at playing shows. That's it.
Yeah, but so yeah, we just like have our strengths together and they have theirs, and it's a great team.
Yeah, it's amazing. They've been doing an amazing work so far.
Yeah.
And how long have you been like working with them?
Officially,
I think it's been since we actually maybe 3
see how
years.
bad we are.
Yeah. It was before the pandemic for sure. So that it must be 3 years, but we've been like it's hard to say because I have to defend myself. Because we've been in contact with them for longer than
Yeah.
that. Because they used to like come to see the shows, and you know, like we were like flirting the band and the label, and
Yeah.
you know how it is. And but like officially maybe like 3 years,
Yeah.
something like that.
So just like one album with them so far?
Well, we did one EP, Sick Hustle.
Yeah.
And then the second one
That is coming out soon. It's going to be with them also.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's talk about then, you know, the new album, and like was this the one, when does this one come out, and when was a lot of this recording done for this?
It's going to come out in spring 2022, and we've recorded it in August 2020. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's kind of been a long time. Yeah, we just like took advantage of the pandemic, and that we
The
had
spare time
we had, and we just went in and recorded with producer Tom Darcy, same guy that did our first EP.
Yep.
And we had a great time. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really nice. We really like, we took the time to do the things right and to try some stuff. There's like a hidden track. I think if you buy the vinyl, there's a hidden track, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorite. It's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, what we can say is that it's really different from what we've done. This extra song, it's like acoustic jam session.
It sounds a bit like the old T-Rex.
Yeah,
and it was late.
It was a late night. It was last night. So we kind of, had our drink on and everything. And we did it one take. Everybody recorded it together. And there's really this vibe that's like a fun vibe. And but like the rest of the EP is for sure like full on NOBRO, full on shredding, full on everything. So.
A bit more rock and roll, like more old rock.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I love the punk part, but I also love the 70s rock and roll vibe.
Yeah. So
it sounds like that extra track was like more like organic, you know?
Definitely.
That's moment, you know?
That's nice. For sure. Yeah. We had a lot of fun doing the whole thing.
Yes.
And like, like you said, taking advantage of the downtime, I know things have, been, a little bit different up north than they've been down here in the States, with the lockdowns and stuff. So, but you guys were able to manage to get together and make this stuff happen. Was it kind of like almost like a group therapy session as well, doing this?
I guess so.
Well, it was nice to be able to be together in the same room, like without masks, because we've been together for like 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks and a half
for the
recording.
Yeah.
So no masks, no anything. We had this small bubble. So it was a kind of a therapy.
You have to know that here in Montreal we had curfew at 8 p.m. for 6 months.
Wow.
And that, I don't know if that was before or after. I don't even remember, but it just it just felt good to be like, somewhere with like a group of friends doing something that you like and that you love and that matters to you. So it was an amazing feeling. Yeah. And I hope those.
But that like extra track, you know, after a few drinks and stuff, that's like punk rock, you know, stay out past curfew and just let your feelings out, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah. And I think we have someone that works with us, Sarah Rabina, and she filmed the whole thing. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Maybe it's gonna come out. Maybe
We've never
seen it, the footage.
Nice.
Maybe it's just gonna stay just hidden somewhere forever.
I don't know. I'd like it to come out. I'd like to see it.
Maybe after the album's released, it could be like something that comes out. Kind of like now, you know, you just discovered your old high school video that's out now. So
Oh my goodness.
Like, yeah, there's like 25 seconds on Instagram, but there's a whole set. I have the whole set here. And it's 50-50 amazing and horrible, which makes it, I think, 100% amazing.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my god, well, good time.
And then I was checking out some of your videos and stuff. Like, whose idea was the Don't Die video? It was like kind of like Looney Tunes cartoon, old school cartoon type, and I really thought that was cool. Like, whose idea was that?
That was Greg Doble, a Montreal artist. I think he's originally from Alberta too.
Yeah, they met in Alberta.
Yeah,
It's Catherine's friend.
Yeah, and he came to us with this like crazy idea, and we were like, "Oh my god, can we pull this off? Is it like NOBRO-esque to be like cartoons and everything?" And we just like Catherine really like she felt like strong about this idea, and she really pushed for it, and so we did it. And now
usually she's right, so we're like, it sounds crazy, but
let's do this.
Yeah, we're gonna trust you. And again, she was right.
Yeah, just like the bongos and the band. And so he did it, and he did like an amazing job with like very like few like
budget.
Yeah, like the budget had to like, you know, we had to work it out so like we can actually do it. And next thing you know, it's like I think it was like a good hit because he went to like music festivals with it around the world.
Yeah, he won some stuff.
And actually, Dine Alone Records, our label, hired him to do like other videos. I think for the Dirty Nail and stuff like that. So like it was like a great project at the end, you know. So,
but yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I mean, it stuck out to me. That's why I asked you about it. So
yeah,
the whole at the end
worked all around.
Yeah, my mom didn't really like the devil part because she's a Mexican Christian and everything, you know. So, but like, I don't know, it was fun.
It's all right.
Cartoon, you know, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then speaking of videos, you know, I enjoyed the Better Each Day, but I wanted to ask about that single and that track. Like, what was the theme behind that and the message you're trying to send out with that song?
Well, I guess the best person to answer that is Catherine, and well, she's not there, but what would that? I don't want to like speak for her, you know.
No, exactly. But the vibe that I get, c'est quoi?
It's a good question.
No, we'll have to call Catherine.
Yeah.
Since you guys just did it, got back from touring and were able to get out again and play live, what would you say is like, and this is probably going to be a tough question too, because it's like choosing your favorite child or something almost, but what's your favorite song to play out live that you feel you get the reaction from the crowd, like that back and forth?
Well, there's a couple of songs that are super nice, but the one that is always crazy, it's Lala. It's like at the end of the set, and it's super punk rock, super efficient.
It's short song.
Yeah.
And at this point, people are really into it. And I have to say, maybe there's a part where she's on perks and I'm on drums, but for these two songs, we switch. So I get on bass, she gets on drums, and Catherine's gets like full on lead singer. And that's Don't Die, and a new song that's going to come out. And usually people are like, holy shit, that's crazy. Because she gets crazy just on the mic.
Yeah.
People like the switching part, so because we shred many instruments.
Nice.
I don't shred as much as Sarah, but
Oh well.
Anyway.
Anyway.
but
yeah,
yeah,
that's
it depends. But yeah, I would say those 3 songs.
Yeah.
But Lala is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Anyway.
And then what do you think like the difference is between like touring with all women, you know, in a van or whatever, however you guys travel, compared to if it was like all men, other than the smells?
I feel like it's more chill. Like because I tour a lot with guys too,
Yes, I'm.
and guys are super loud. I love them. They're my good friends, but I have to say they're loud, and
It's efficient. We're so efficient.
yes.
When we say we're gonna leave at that time, we leave at that time. Everyone help. We help each other, and I don't know, just we're quick. We find solutions.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because it's NOBRO and not the female part, but just like the team that we are. But
yeah, I have to say
Yeah,
that
efficiency.
efficiency is the word.
yeah.
Nice. And then like what goals do you guys have set for yourself going forward now after getting back out and playing and with the album ready to come out in the spring, hopefully?
Yeah.
What
Well,
other goals do you have for yourself?
I think the main goal would be to, because we've been on a lot of tours as an opener,
Support that.
as support. But like I think next step would be to just go on our own tour and
Yes.
just see the reaction. Like what is our crowd? What is the crowd? And just build from there. Because it's great to like open for people and
It's amazing opportunity.
yeah. But like just to do our own thing eventually. That I think that's the main goal, and
Yeah.
just to see who reaches out.
And maybe to travel in Europe as
Yeah.
well, because we've been Canada and then United States, but yeah, Europe and everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
cool.
be the goal. But just to keep playing right now,
Mhm. Yeah.
because we did 4 shows and it was amazing.
Yeah.
We just want to continue to do that.
And what's been one of your like favorite tours thus far, where you feel like you've really like, I don't know, like, okay, this is our thing. We're really connecting, like, that you really learn, like, kind of, I mean, there's always going to be more to learn going forward about the ins and outs of the music business and stuff. Seems like, we'll always be learning because there's so many curveballs. But what's been one of your favorite tours where you guys feel like you really felt your growth as a band?
I think it was the pop tour for me.
Yeah.
Back in November 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
2019. And just I guess the crowd was really into our music as well because it fits.
Yeah.
And just the
We kind of really connected with the people, and
Yeah.
we sold a lot of merch, which means people connected to our music and they just wanted to come talk to us after, and it really I don't know, it was a really special tour.
Yeah. And a lot of dates and nice venues. Yeah.
And pub, the guys are great. They're so nice.
And their music is amazing. Like
Yeah.
every night we would just go watch them play and be amazed by how
Yeah.
talented they are and how amazing their
Yeah.
music is. Pop is like definitely one of my favorite band
For sure.
out there right now.
And was that like the same tour where like you met the teacher that came up and shared that
No,
story with you guys?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago with Tokyo Police Club, and that was in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. But I mean, it's showing how much of a connection you're making out there, and you keep learning. It almost gives you like, you feel like you almost have, more weight on your shoulders, like more of a responsibility for young women out there when you get moments like that? Or is it just like, it's more like, man, more gratifying that like, yeah, we know what we're on the right track because we're sticking true to ourselves and it's connecting?
I think for me, it's both. I'm really, really grateful for all that, and at the same time, it makes me realize that I have to do this, and that, like, when I was a young girl, I had no one to look up to as a woman, or not much, like they were all like lead singers, or like there was only like the White Stripes that had like a drummer woman on drums. And now that people really like we really like speak to them. I'm like, okay, we gotta do this. We gotta
Step up our game.
yeah, it's important. It's like it's super fucking important. Yes, I think so.
Yeah, same.
Nice. Well, what's something that you guys feel you can learn or improve on going forward?
Oh my god, so many things. I mean, just getting better at just our instruments always,
At
You know,
writing songs
yeah.
also.
and working together as a team too.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes it can be hard. It's like I always say that like a band is like a relationship, but with 4 or 5 people. So you know, it has its ups and lows and everything.
And if someone has a problem in the van, everyone has a problem in the van. Like, I mean, we're so close together. If you don't feel all right, like I'm gonna be, oh well, can I do something for you?
Yeah.
It's like,
So that's always like a work in progress, and we learn from that every day. So I don't know,
Yeah.
so many things.
Nice. So I want to ask you, ladies, some of the questions that I normally ask guests that I have on. Who would you say? I mean, you mentioned quite a few bands that you were into and influences, but who would you say would be your top 3?
Okay,
band that we met.
band that we
No, inspirations like in music, bands that have inspired you.
okay. Oof.
Well, again, pop. They're amazing. They're. Comment je peux dire ça? Ils vendent tellement d'affaires, ils sont tellement.
They're just like I don't know, they're just really good at what they do. They're like aware of every part of the business, because yes, like we're musicians, we play rock shows, but it's also like a crazy business to be in. And I feel
They're
like
smart about.
yeah,
what they
I feel
do.
like they understand every part of it, and that's really inspiring to me. So there's these guys.
Yes.
Who?
That's a tough question. There's
Yeah.
so many amazing bands.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so hard.
Shit, we should have received the
Questions before.
Well, like Papa Roach sounds like it played a role in your early.
Well, actually, not that much. It's just that we played that song and that's it. I was not into that, you know, so much. But I was into Guns N' Roses hard.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorites right there.
Oh my god, I just loved it so much. I kept watching every day I came back to school. Their show in Appetite for Destruction. I think it was in Japan. I had like the DVD.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every night I would every night after school I would watch it every night. Just love it so much. So I guess I would say Guns N' Roses.
And I don't know, bands that are going to be there forever, like Led Zeppelin, which is so amazing and so diversified, and the drummer is so amazing. So yeah, maybe
a good classics, you know.
a good classic. Yeah.
We grew up with classics, so I guess.
So yeah, pop Guns N' Roses, and there you go.
Nice. And then is there like a particular song that you feel it has been a big inspiration to you, that whenever you're just kind of going through a rough patch or something, you need that pick me up, it's like you can always go to this song. It's when you're always on your playlist or something.
When I feel like I need like a bit of a pick me up song, I usually go with bands that we actually toured with.
Yeah.
So I put on some like Fiddler or again Pop or Distillers or something like that, and it just makes me feel like good and pumped.
Yeah, you just remember.
Yeah, I like doing that.
The good times you had. Yeah, the Fiddler song, the West Coast.
Yeah. That's our go-to when we want to start to rage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the crowd just going crazy in that song, and you're like, "Whoa, this can happen!"
Yeah.
It's what a tour! This tour
that was a crazy tour too. It was our first tour, and it was in the States for a month. We went all the way down to New Orleans, and that was insane. We have a video of Catherine. She like stage dives into the crowd during that song. It's crazy.
Yeah. What a good time.
Yeah, so West Coast from Fiddler, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. And then what's the last book that you read?
Jesus.
For me was Anthony Kiedis' autobiography, but I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't have time to read. It's so bad. It's bad.
I read one, but it's a Québécois book, so you won't know it. La déesse des mouches à feu. That's so not rock and roll.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
no.
yeah, for me that was that. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, what a crazy story.
Oh my god! I don't know if you read that book. The Anthony. No, it's
No, I haven't read that.
he's truly like he had a rock star life. Well, he has a rock star. That's
born and raised a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, crazy life. Like the you just can't imagine how crazy. His life was.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
It's super fun to read.
Would recommend.
Yes.
Nice. I'll check it out. And then on the times out touring, like, do you have like a favorite place that you visited that still is one of your favorites that you hope to go back to?
We don't have, because we don't have like tour manager or like sound person, or it's really just the four of us on the road. We usually don't have much time to like visit and everything, but this time we kind of had time in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that was nice.
And we went out to dinner in New York too. So actually, wherever we can have time to do something, that's gonna be the best for us.
Yeah. We always have to remember that we can just take a minute and just realize that we're touring.
And that's crazy, and it's great.
That's crazy, and we're blessed to be able to do this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it's hard to take the time to realize that.
Yeah.
Because often you're like, hey, I gotta run. I'm
gotta
late,
set up merch.
set
I gotta buy some strings because the guitar broke, and then it's like you just have to like focus on like present moment and like, okay, that's cool.
But I remember the tour we did with Fiddler in 2018, and we were in New York just after our sound check, and Sarah and I went for a walk, and I was like, can we just take a moment and just look at, like, we're fucking playing New York tonight. Yeah. It's the first time. It's Terminal 5, which is a huge venue.
It's a 3-story venue with like a huge, anyway, it's huge.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we're like, can we just take a minute to realize how lucky we are to be there and to be able to do this as a living. So yeah.
Yeah, that's totally important to do that in everything every day.
Yeah.
You know, we get caught up in things that haven't happened yet, or we're still focused on things we didn't do the day before or years before. And it's like we got to remember to enjoy the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or you're like stressed and you're like, I can't wait for this moment to be over or whatever. And you're like, can you just enjoy what you're living right now?
Yeah.
It's an everyday learning.
Yep. And then who's 3 people who've inspired you or you can credit for making you the person you are today?
My mom.
I was about to say my parents, my mom too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since day one, my parents have been very, very
supportive.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though like it's not like I want to be a rock star. This is not something a kid it's not seriously taken.
Yeah.
But my parents actually did take it seriously.
And they bought you a drum when you
when
you were young. That's dangerous.
And they gave you the house every Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, so number one, my parents, that's for sure. Yeah. And I don't know. Like I guess it would be like all the musicians that I've been looking up to, like since like I'm a kid, and then I guess it would be all my bandmates, because it's really hard doing this and trying to actually do it. It's really hard. So I guess that would be my 3 groups of people that really inspired me to do this.
And it's nice to live all these crazy experiences with your bandmates. Because like, I mean, I come back home and I tell my friends, this was amazing, but they don't really get it.
Yeah,
and then
you can never really know how it is,
how stressful it was, how amazing it was, how like crazy it was. So it's nice to be able to share this with bandmates.
Yeah. So parents, bandmates, and musician that we look up to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I would add maybe a music teacher.
Right.
Just how.
Yeah. Just giving the passion to.
Yeah, exactly, and a way of working.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like what you said too about, coming home and trying to talk to your friends and stuff about the experience, but them not getting it. Like I can totally relate to that. I was in the military down here and, all the experiences I had and come home and you start trying to explain them and everybody's just like looking at you like you got three heads or something, and getting together with the people I served with this, we get to laugh at all the crazy stuff we experienced and stuff, so
Yeah, yeah,
understand that.
Wow. Yes.
yeah. That's a similar experience, I would
For
say.
sure.
When we were coming back from the Distillers and Alex on Fire tour, we were just sitting on the plane, and I look to my left, and I just see Catherine, and she's like crying, but like ugly crying.
Listening to music and just being
Because the Distillers, like Brody Dale from the Distillers, she's like her like she used to like she looks up to her like a lot, and since she's a kid. So like she was just like the tour finishes and we had a great time and she's just crying and like
just realizing everything we lived.
we did, and then she saw her, and I just started crying too. And I'm like, well, I know how she feels. She know how I feel. It's just we're not gonna talk about it. It's just it's fine. But that was kind of funny, afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then is there any causes or organizations that you guys support and want to encourage others to check out?
Well, I think the women cause in general, because I mean we're so close to it, and I would say LGBTQ too.
Yeah,
because we've been together for almost 8 years now, Liz and I. So that's stuff that's really close to us.
Yeah,
and important to us. And
c'est quoi le truc rock girls?
There's a thing here called the Rock Camp for Girls. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just like people helping young girls and non-binary people to just like start a rock band.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're really down to, talk about and help.
Awesome. And to think you almost didn't want bongos in the band, but now look at what you got out of it,
I know.
Yes!
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Catherine was right again.
Yes.
She's always right.
Yeah.
So Catherine was kind of a matchmaker too. You didn't realize, huh?
We knew each other before that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great though. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
And then favorite toy as a child.
Oh my God,
I think it was my rollerblades.
Yeah.
I was always on rollerblade. Do people still do rollerblade? Do they still?
I guess.
No?
Oh yeah. My friend's kid does it all the time.
Yeah.
My knees hurt just watching them,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
I used to do some crazy stuff, being on my bike with my rollerblades, doing like crazy.
Yeah.
My mom was so chill. Anyway, so rollerblades for me.
Yeah, I think for me it was I don't know how you say it in English. Une auto téléguidée.
Yeah.
It's like you have like a little car and you like control it with like your
like a remote control car or whatever.
Yeah, that was my thing. That was
nice.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then well, I mean actually that's about all I got, but I thank you guys for taking the time and sharing your stories with me and experience with our audience and everything. And if people in the audience want to know more about NOBRO and support you guys in any way, where would you send them?
Instagram,
yeah, Facebook, just all the classics.
And they can write to us. Yes, we're good at answering.
Yeah.
Any idea if any future dates in the States?
It should be soon. Because we're on a roll. I think we're planning on coming back. That's for sure. This like in the next year span.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because we got our visas and they're good for a year, so we're just gonna try to use them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe West Coast this time. That would be awesome.
The first time on the West Coast, maybe. So that's for sure. We'll be back in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys come through Cleveland, Ohio, because I'd love to bring my daughters out to see you.
Oh my God, yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Then we got the Rock Hall here. I'm sure you'd love to check that out as well,
Yeah.
So.
All right.
All right. Well, before I let you go, let me ask you one last favor. Do you mind cutting a promo ID for the show?
Sure.
Just introduce yourself, and you're listening to today's Boondoggle.
Today's Boondoggle. Okay.
Okay. Hey, I'm Liz.
And Sarah, we're from NOBRO, and you're listening to
Today's Boondoggle.
Awesome. Love the team effort.
Appreciate it. Is this good enough?
I know. Thank you for being patient.
Yes.
No problem. Thank you. It was worth it. I loved it. Look forward to bringing my daughters out to meet you when you guys come through Cleveland.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Can't wait.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.